Welcome. This is the Real Empowerment Podcast. I'm Rebecca Michael.
And I'm Daniel Ratcliffe.
And we have one of our repeat guests. I don't know how many podcasts you've been on, Marcia.
But I've made my staff do a whole bunch.
Yes, you have. So we have Marcia here, who's going to kind of introduce a partner that she has brought in to talk to us today about a veterans program that it was new to me when Marcia first brought it to our attention. I was really intrigued as to the partnership. So we decided to have her come in and talk to us. So go ahead, Marcia.
Thank you. I'm the program manager at the Independent Center for the Veteran in Charge program. And the Veteran in Charge program is veteran-directed care. And what that is, it is a VA-funded program that doesn't affect benefits that a veteran currently receives, and it pays to keep a veteran in their home and community.
Nice.
And so I heard about a program called VA Choose Home, and Silver Key was, I think, partnering on that or spearheading that in this area. And so I talked to my friend Roxanne Eflin about VA Choose Home and how we could partner together, because I am super excited about bringing this program on. I think it's going to provide a lot of benefits to veterans in the area.
Nice. Well, Roxanne, welcome.
Thank you.
Go ahead and tell us all about you and what you brought for us today.
So I am Roxanne Eflin, and I am the Grants and Special Projects Manager at Silver Key Senior Services. We are a nonprofit in Colorado Springs and El Paso County. We have been here almost 50 years. 2020 is our 50th year celebration, and we serve about 7,000 seniors over the age of 60 every year in a variety of core programs, including transportation and nutrition and case management, and et cetera. And our campus is in southeast Colorado Springs. We were selected in last year, in 2018, actually, to be the program provider in Colorado Springs for a national pilot program through the Veterans Administration in partnership with the Corporation for National and Community Service called the Choose Home Initiative. Nice. And we are one of 5 communities nationwide that is participating in this very unique program of veterans helping veterans, primarily a volunteer program, volunteers over the age of 55, senior corps volunteers, helping senior veterans over the age of 60 with social isolation issues. Nice. This is a companionship program that is primarily dealing with helping connect volunteers who receive their own benefits by volunteering, as we know, with senior veterans who are primarily homebound or lonely, prone to social isolation, even potential suicide. We have a high rate of suicide among senior veterans in the nation, and particularly right here in El Paso County.
Yes, we do.
So Colorado Springs, as of course we all know, has a very, very high percentage of veterans living in our beautiful, beautiful community here at the foot of Pikes Peak. So we were selected along with Pittsburgh, Las Vegas, San Antonio, and 13 counties in rural eastern Montana to participate in the Choose Home Initiative. Wow. So as the project director of that program, one of my tasks is to have an advisory council, which Marcia Unruh is serving, along with a few other key leaders in the community involved with veterans issues. And we are very excited to be launching this program. Yeah. We're looking for a good few very compassionate volunteers who want to go through a training program. They'll receive a small hourly stipend to help and have their mileage reimbursed, and we provide them good training, and then connecting with senior veterans in need of companionship and working out kind of a matching situation to develop a relationship and work with them on a regular basis.
Wow.
I think what's really cool about this is under the Veteran in Charge program, that's veteran-directed care that we do at the Independence Center, we can help with activities of daily living. And so the veterans have somebody who helps them with bathing, dressing, eating, mobility, those kinds of things, and they can hire whoever they want, but they don't have anybody who can be that companion, who can sit and maybe share a cup of coffee, talk about how it used to be back in the day, maybe tinker around in a workshop or whatever, but it's that companionship piece and that socialization that we don't get out of veteran-directed care, but they could get out of VA Choose Home. Right. So I think it's such a great partnership to have us merge together for this.
Yeah.
Is there any similarity in the two programs where the veteran is the deciding factor of who their companion will be and what they'll do?
Well, certainly with us, and we want to make sure that it's a good relationship. So we have profile an intake form, and we interview them to make sure that their likes and their specifics match with a volunteer. Example, someone may live with a cat and be a smoker. Maybe a volunteer is not necessarily a good match for that. So we will work on developing the right companionship relationship. This also, beyond healthcare, which this does not provide, and it also does not provide home care like shoveling walks and mowing and things. It truly is companionship.
Nice.
It's going out for walks. It's going to movies, or even driving a veteran to a doctor's appointment or to the VA clinic.
Sure.
We have a wonderful relationship through a memorandum of agreement with the VA clinic at Centennial and Fillmore with their social work team, and they are working with us as well. At Silver Key, we're calling the program our VETS program, which is Veterans Engagement Together Support, which is terrific. We serve, and we have served, of course, in our community, thousands of veterans in a variety of different ways.
Sure.
We provide home-delivered meals, Meals on Wheels.
Yeah.
We have congregate meal sites, 14 in the area that veterans can come and have lunch and get to know each other. We provide rides to veterans all the time. What we have not had is a companionship program quite like this. So we are really excited about this, and working with our friends up at the Senior Corps program out of the Denver Federal Center and the other 4 communities that are working on this pilot program.
I would be interested on are the volunteers that are going to be working as companions, is there a requirement for them to be veterans, or can anybody?
Anyone can be a volunteer in this program. We have a preference that they be veterans, or veteran spouse. And this program can also help veteran spouses as well.
Oh, nice.
So not just somebody who has been active duty, but anyone at all who's been a veteran in any capacity. All walks of the military, and their spouses as well. So the only requirement is they be over 55 to volunteer, and they go through our program of volunteer orientation, which is very fun, extremely rewarding. And then we have a number of very specialized training programs that they will go through, and I think really expand their knowledge, their understanding of the veteran's need and understanding of senior needs as well. We have about 450 volunteers that work with Silver Key in about 36 different areas. This is the only way that our organization actually is able to function and serve as many people in this community is through our volunteer program, which is robust and wonderful.
Yeah. So I'm curious, when you're going out and speaking about this program, what kind of reception are you receiving? Are you getting a lot of, this is really needed, or, is this new and we've never heard this before? What is the reception that you're getting?
The reception has been extraordinary, and I've been speaking to a number of different veterans groups and a number of different people. I'm so glad to be on a podcast, too, with you as well, and connecting with all of the almost 200 veteran organizations just in El Paso County alone through the Peak Care Military Network, Mount Carmel, the VA clinic, of course, the Independence Center, et cetera.
Right.
It's just been incredible. I just spoke not long ago at the Officers Club at Pete Field with the retirees who were all nodding their heads and saying, "Oh my gosh, yes!"
This would
and
be great.
some of the caregivers that were the spouses saying, "Oh my goodness, yes, would this be great for me as well?"
Yeah.
To allow them a break, and so we could match up somebody who's providing care with compassion
Right.
to veterans in need.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here like my mind is
It's blown right now.
going so many places.
It's like, where am I going to go first?
Yeah.
And what's great is that there's two sides of the coin with this, of course. You know, there's the volunteer side,
Right.
and then there's the receiving side, and we are matching those up right now. Yeah.
It's very similar to our two programs within the Independence Center, peer support, which really is such a needed program where persons with disabilities are supporting other persons with disabilities as they kind of walk through some difficulties, or they just need some support, or they just need to talk about their day. And then our peer mentorship program, where we do something very similar, where we match a volunteer with someone who's coming that just needs someone who's going to walk with them, and outside of the peer support groups, they can go out and do activities. They can go walking. We have one partnership where the consumer just wanted to have someone to walk with and feel safe, and so we were able to match them with the volunteer that just goes and walks twice a week with them, and they have this great check-in, and they're getting out and getting some exercise, and so that just seems very similar to what we do, and it's so needed when you talk about isolation and veterans who, you know, maybe they retired here and because they were stationed here, and they just don't know very many people because, you know, they got a job, and then all they did was work, and now they're retired, and they don't have any connection.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
One of the aspects of this program, and the reason it's called the Choose Home Initiative, also works perfectly with Silver Key's mission about aging in place and helping seniors remain independent with
Right.
dignity and safety.
Right.
And it's easy, I think, right now in our world to become very isolated,
Yes.
to remain at home and not take that extra oomph to get up and
Right.
get dressed and get out there and
Right.
and go to things. And so when sometimes you've got a buddy who kind of has been in the trenches with you,
Right.
not maybe literally,
Sure.
but has an awareness of what's going on, I think it's like, hey, I'm coming over and let's go take a walk, or let's go out to do something. It's really great. You know, loneliness is especially very difficult to study in many ways. It was a recent, very large national study going on in the veteran community about how cognitive decline can rapidly happen, an increase in health problems, high blood pressure, all the medical and physical ailments that social isolation can exacerbate. And the good news is that we do know this, and the VA certainly knows this, and the Senior Corps program, which has been around since the Johnson administration for decades, knows
Right.
that especially with seniors, connecting with others is so incredibly important.
Yeah.
Just getting out and moving, and like you said, just somebody who kind of can share their own story
Yeah.
is such a great thing. There's a really interesting study recently. It was launched in the UK in this regard as well, about kind of developing a loneliness strategy nationwide.
Okay.
And I love that.
Yeah, I know,
and I
me
think
too.
that we need to learn from other countries as well, and other communities, how to best connect
Yeah, definitely. I see my dad doing something like this because he's a veteran, and I don't know if we're really prepared for him to retire yet. But when he does retire, he's still very active, and we want him to be active. So maybe partnering him with someone who is, you know, on the side of needing a companion, maybe they can God, we can get him out of the house.
It would be great. I know.
Excited. I'm going to go talk to him today. I'm like, guess what, Dad?
Right.
Guess what you're doing?
That's great. And I look forward to talking with him. We have a number of veteran spouses like, oh my gosh, my husband needs to just get out for a while.
Yes.
The minimum requirement is 5 hours a week. They come through orientation, which over a period of about a year is about 20 hours with
Nice.
Silver Key.
Can we cram it all in 1 week so we can just get him started?
We could jumpstart this.
I'm like, I'm ready for
very
him to start
quickly.
this now.
Good. I'm excited about that. I am really looking forward to seeing where we are in a year from now.
Sure.
And 2 years from now. This is a 3-year program.
Okay.
With hopes for extending.
Yeah.
And I think that as one of the national pilot team here, I think Colorado Springs is going to really show that we know how to do this.
Well, yeah.
We've got a number of people and a number of connections. We certainly have compassionate people.
Mm-hmm.
This community is based on a heart of volunteering. So and Silver Key is all about that as well.
Right.
I see so much potential with this program, with not just the vets, but even into individuals like children, youth that have just encountered a disability or have lived with a disability their entire life and are finding it difficult to interact with their peers. This could be a great springboard for them if a program is created to, even for an individual such as myself that is legally blind, like you kind of become confined to your home, where getting out is not the easiest, and it'll be great to have somebody come by and just say, hey, did you go out today? Do you need to go to the store? Do you need to, like, what's up? Let's do something. Like, I can take you out and describe the movie to you or something.
Right.
Like, that is major for individuals.
That is really inspiring, and I'm so glad that you said that, because there's no reason why we can't learn from this program and model how we're going about doing this and connecting people with people. It's all about connecting hearts to hearts and minds to minds. Yeah.
Right. You know what's interesting too is maybe about a month ago. So when you guys hear this podcast, this will be 6 months ago. But I was asked to go speak to a rural town in a different county that we're now in. We'll do an update on that. But what was really interesting to me is they were talking about being isolated. They're in a small town surrounded by the Spanish Peaks. And there's like one way in and one way out. And there's some veterans in that community. And what I kept thinking in my mind was, in an emergency, who's going to check on these individuals?
Right.
Are you prepared for an emergency? And if you are, like, who's your buddy? Like, who's going to check on you?
Sort of an accountability partner, if you will.
And make sure that they're prepared and then they're out, or they're going to shelter in place. What are your plans so that you have someone who can make sure that you're covered, that you have everything. And that was something that I had talked to them about was, as a senior, you're naturally going to isolate yourself because of maybe a mobility, decreased mobility, decreased cognitive abilities. I mean, it just depends on what's happening in your life. But, having this program where you can have a volunteer or someone who's going to help you, hey, let's have a conversation about what happens if we have another fire in our community.
That's an excellent point. And part of the training that we provide to the volunteers is all about that too, is connecting with and safety and a wide variety of different training programs that are actually really exciting. Yeah. There's an online website called Psych Armor that is excellent website and training opportunities, free training for anybody in a number of different modules on everything from boundaries to just regular safety and healthcare, and it's a really great website.
Nice. So go ahead. You had a question.
We're probably about to ask the same exact question. I'm going to see.
No, you asked first.
So, Roxanne, what is the process for...
Oh, you were totally thinking. Get out of my head, Daniel.
Hey. I told you.
A couple of thank you. That's great. I was waiting for you to ask that. So Silver Key's phone number, of course, is 719-884-2300. One phone number gets you to where you need to be. Okay. So if anyone is interested in volunteering or knows someone who would like to be a volunteer or knows someone who is in need of companionship, call that phone number. That is the first thing to do, and we'll get going from that. Okay. Our website is www.silverkey.org/vets. Okay. Go to our page on the veterans and learn about this program, or just give me a call directly. And that number again is 884-2300 at Silver Key, also known as Silver Key Senior Services, celebrating our 50th anniversary in 2020.
So in order to get started, you can just call, or would with Marcia's program, with Vic, would their coach do a referral for a veteran? I mean, what does that kind of look like for maybe a referral besides calling?
So what we have done is each coach has selected a veteran and been in touch with them to run sort of a pilot to see how this is going to work. Okay. And so they sit down with the coach, sits down with the veteran. The veteran says, yes, I want to do this. They should know that veteran inside and out, their likes and dislikes and what have you. And then they're put in touch with Silver Key.
Okay.
And we have an intake process through our case management department that will interview the individual and learn about their needs, their desires, their interests in companionship, their levels of mobility, their levels of health needs, a wide variety of questions through our intake process that we do with all of our clients so that we have a true understanding of where they are in their life and what their expectations are.
Right. So is that intake process done in person, or is it capable of being done over the phone if an individual is not very comfortable?
Yep. We can certainly start on the phone. Nice. And that's normally what happens is a phone call, a one-on-one phone conversation. And then on the volunteer side, we get them in. We interview them in person. Mm-hmm. They go through a full background check, including fingerprinting, to make sure that they are good to go. Right. And we begin through our orientation program. And they immediately begin receiving a small hourly stipend of $2.50 an hour. It's not much, but it's out of the grant, and it's something.
Not a cup of coffee, but hey, you know.
I know.
Whatever.
Almost a ribble.
Definitely.
Almost a red.
It could possibly be a cup of coffee, depending on where you go.
And very, very soon, then, we'll be able to develop, we're looking for at least a dozen trained volunteers to get going, and at least a dozen senior veterans ready for companionship, and we'll start the matching program and get underway. We're very excited and very anxious to really get cranking on this.
Are the trainings on weekends or evenings? So if you still have a volunteer that wants to volunteer but is currently working, like my dad, until he retires, because I think he needs to start this sooner rather than later.
Hey. He is the veteran that makes the choice.
No, not really. He's the volunteer that is told he's going to volunteer.
That means he's a good husband and father. That's what that means. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
We're very flexible with our trainings. Primarily, they are during the day, during the weekday. Primarily,
he can take vacation.
But we can, we'll
flex those hours.
We'll figure it out. And there, like I said, is some online training as well. Okay. But yeah.
Because he likes Hallmark Channel movies, so if he can find a buddy that likes those as well, then they can just hang out and watch a couple
Hallmark
movies.
Channel movies. Yeah, I was just hearing about the formula for that. The 18 minutes in is the almost kiss that's interrupted, and then you continue. I mean, they have it down to a
I'm going to have
science.
to Google that. Yeah, we got him the Hallmark All Access channel for his birthday, and he has enjoyed it. Yes,
I think we're going to have to remove the bus from your father's back.
But see that, and then he also toggles between the War Channel or the History Channel.
I love that show.
The Hallmark Channel. So we never know what we're going to get.
Combination.
We'll be sitting.
You need some love after all of that war. hour.
Try to get him on the Nova channel a little bit too, right? To balance it out.
But I'm like, Dad, what are you watching? He's like, oh, it's the Hallmark Channel. And I'm like, okay. And then maybe a half hour later or an hour later, I hear like, we're the Battle of the Bulge is happening. And I'm like,
yes.
what is going on?
He's a normal guy. That's what that means. You get all teary-eyed from the Hallmark Channel, and then next thing you know, you got to amp it up with some warfare.
Oh, yeah. And I asked him, like, what, I don't know, it was one day I walked in, and I was like, what are you watching? And he showed me, and he goes, but this isn't the best one. And he, like, stops the movie and goes and starts the new movie, and I'm like, first of all, I'm not going to sit here and watch this. I can't do it.
She's not volunteering to be a companion.
I'm not volunteering to be a companion. I can't watch the Hallmark Channel, but he's like, this is the best one. I'm like, how about you just text me the title, and I'll decide if I want to watch it or not. And he's like, okay. So he texted me the title and then repeatedly like badgered me via text message. Did you watch it yet? I want to talk to you about it. I'm like,
yeah, he needs a companion. All right, so we're going to get...
Right. So, see?
We're going to get Becca's dad signed up.
He needs to be a volunteer.
This is why this program exists, right?
For children
to help families. Right?
You just did his intake for him. It just happened just now.
I'm like, yeah, you need to do this. So, yeah, it'll be like tonight. I'm going to send him a text with the picture. Tell him, guess what? You're calling. So you may hear from him.
That's great. I would love that. That's terrific. I'd love to hear from anybody. So just call Silver Key and we'll on either side of the coin. And if anyone has any more questions about what the training program might look like, or what level of companionship are we talking about, we would love to hear from them.
And this is probably going to be a question that you could take a whole nother hour answering. But for our listeners who may not be as familiar with Silver Key, what other services do you offer?
Yeah, the Silver Key.
Yeah. So Silver Key has our mission statement. I would love to read it. Mm-hmm. We serve in partnership with our stakeholders to support a healthy quality of life for seniors, allowing them to age safely with dignity and independence.
Awesome.
So we are a very unique nonprofit organization. There is no one else quite like Silver Key in all of Colorado. And in fact, most nationwide, we have found no one who exactly does what we do. Nice. We were established in 1970. Through a group of volunteers, and volunteering has been a part of the entire work that our organization has done this entire time. Our Reserve and Ride program provides transportation to seniors over 60 in all kinds of capacity. We have a fleet of over 30 vehicles. Some are fully accessible for all kinds of ADA requirements, taking them to doctor's appointments and social and grocery shopping, etc. Mm-hmm. Our nutrition program is renowned. We have an award-winning chef who is our executive chef on staff. Nice. The food is excellent. Mm-hmm. We have 14 Connections cafes around the entire community, including one in Woodland Park.
Nice.
We provide Meals on Wheels and home-delivered meals, two different things, same food, different programs. Sure. And so we make sure that seniors are healthy and nutritionally sound, nice. Which is great. Sometimes this may be the only meal they have a day. Mm. This may also be the only time they connect with someone a day.
Yeah.
Our Reserve and Ride program, Back to Transportation, is arm through arm, door to door.
Wow.
It's incredible.
So it's not like a curb honk, get in the car.
It's not just that.
Nice.
It's very awesome. Much making absolutely sure that our senior clients are safe and that they are in and they are welcome and they're very friendly, very, very safe drivers. And people love our drivers, including paid staff drivers and volunteer drivers, nice. Too. So the nutrition program is incredible. We serve over 110,000 meals through our Connections cafes alone in a year. We have capacity for 500,000 meals a year out of our brand new beautiful kitchen on our campus at Murray and Fountain in Southeast Colorado Springs. We have an awesome thrift store. And the proceeds from our thrift store all goes right back into helping seniors. We earn about $100,000 or so out of our thrift store a year. It is a remarkably beautiful place. And we have an incredible management team, volunteers again. We also provide durable medical healthcare equipment that has been sanitized, gently used at a fraction of the price that you're going to find anyplace else.
Nice.
So you've got to check out our thrift store. It's even open on Saturdays. Anybody can shop and anyone can donate to our thrift store. We love it. Our case management department is incredible. We also have a senior housing navigator on staff who is a specialized person to help seniors in need of finding safe housing that is affordable. We can provide emergency funding for utilities, first month, last month rent, any sort of emergency need. We can connect people with benefits, connect people to make sure their forms are filled out properly, they're connecting with Social Security correctly, any sort of situation like that. We have a guardianship program. We're one of the only in the entire state that we have wards, lifetime wards, through our guardianship program, appointed through the El Paso County court system.
Okay.
And that's really an incredible program. And a food pantry that is serving a rapidly growing number of seniors in need over 60. We have about 2,200 food pantry clients every month who come in. And that is a rapidly growing. Silver Key is the number one distribution point in all of Southern Colorado through the Care and Share program.
Okay.
You know, Care and Share is our large food bank that serves 33 counties in Southern Colorado. Right. Silver Key is their number one. We are their number one distribution point. So our food pantry is really extraordinary. Yeah. So everything that we do, the wraparound services that Silver Key provides is all about helping seniors at any place in their life. And what's interesting in our community with, El Paso County is one of the fastest growing counties in the nation. It certainly is one of the top 3 in all of Colorado.
Yep.
The demographic that is growing the fastest is 60 plus.
Yep.
And what's interesting is that 60 now is not senior like it was 50 years ago when we started. Now, like me, my background is I was born on an Air Force base. My dad was a veteran, so I love this program for that reason, and other reasons as well. My mother now lives with us. My 88-year-old mother moved in with us, and so we are now a 2-generation senior household, which is not uncommon here at all.
Yeah,
Seniors are living into their 90s, even their hundreds. We have a veteran who turned 100
on Veterans Day.
How awesome is that?
Cool.
Yeah, that is so awesome. So we are serving seniors from 60 way up into their hundreds.
Right.
And so we've got generations of seniors that we're serving in a wide variety of ways. We even have an active living program, which is wonderful, at our Silver Key campus, providing all kinds of activities and educational opportunities and training. And our VIP, our volunteer impact program, helps train volunteers of all ages. Our average volunteer is 64.
Wow.
So
that's amazing.
Sounds like you guys have a really good grasp on providing to our senior population. I think that's pretty awesome. I think that it's very well needed, and I'm thanking you because hopefully this will be around when I'm a senior.
We would all hope.
I think that it will be. I think we are going nowhere. We're at 50 and we're looking for our next 50.
Any room for individuals with disabilities?
Absolutely.
So that are not seniors. How about that?
Yes, absolutely. From the receiving side, on the volunteer side, we would love to have anyone at all who's interested in volunteering. Okay. And in fact, I think that individuals with special needs would be ideal through our volunteer program.
Sure.
We serve 60 plus. So, and there are many other organizations that serve below 60 for people with disabilities of some kind. So, but if you're over 60 with a disability, you talk to us.
Nice.
Sure.
Call
Sounds
us at
like
that
it's the
number.
place to go.
I know. It is totally the place to go.
One question I would ask is, what is your area? So in this VA Choose Home, what area do you cover?
All of El Paso County.
And then Silver Key as well.
Yep.
Nice.
We are El Paso County, but like I said, we also have a meals program in Teller County, just in Woodland Park.
Okay.
However, we do have certain boundaries within the city and part of the rural area for certain parts of our transportation program, certain part of our home delivered meals program. So there are certain boundaries as to where we go, but we do serve as broad into El Paso County as possible.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, thank you so much. This is, I mean, I already know what I'm going to make my dad do, whether he knows it or not. And hopefully by the time that this is published, maybe I can bring him in and he'll talk to us.
I'll volunteer to be
That
your
would be
dad's
Great.
See if he wants
companion.
to do it. We'll pull him in. Well, he'll have a conversation whether he likes it or not. But Marcia, how do they get hold of you and the VIC program? How does someone get connected?
Okay. They can call the Independence Center at 719-471-8181, and they ask for VIC.
Okay.
They can also go to their primary care or their social work team at the VA clinic and ask for a consult for veteran-directed care.
Gotcha. And when they ask for VIC, do they get a voicemail, or does one of your staff
They
get
talk
connected?
to one of the veteran coaches or myself, whoever is on phone duty that day.
So it's like playing Russian roulette. You never know
Yes.
what you're going to get or who you're going to get.
But whenever you do get someone, it's not going to kill you.
That's true. That's true. But thank you guys both for coming in and talking to us. I'm excited about this program, and we'll happily, hand out information whenever we see any of our consumers.
That's great.
Definitely.
And if you have any questions about the Independence Center, Marcia gave you that information. But just to recap, if you like this podcast and you want to share it, please share it and give us some comments.
And subscribe.
And subscribe. Yep. Yeah. If you have any questions or comments about this particular podcast, please let us know. And maybe there's a question that Roxanne or Marcia can answer for you, and we'll get that passed on. And we can always do another Q&A podcast after we get some questions in. You can find us on our website, www.theindependencecenter.org. Or, of course, you can come down and see us at 729 South Tejon in Colorado Springs. And then if you want the accessible version of this podcast, you can go to YouTube and just search Real Empowerment or The Independent Center. And we're also on Podomatic and Spotify.
And Apple Music, too.
And Apple Music, too.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
We're making moves.
That's a lot.
It is.
Yes.
That's why I want you to do that at the end of each
Yeah,
episode.
I see this now.
Yeah.
I see how you do this.
It helps.
Yeah. No. Next time it's all you.
Okay. We won't be doing a podcast. No.
Nice. Well,
But it's been a pleasure,
Yeah.
Roxanne. Thank you so
Yes, thank
much.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
for joining
Thanks
us
very
today.
much. And if I could just add one more thing.
Yeah.
So silverkey.org is our website. We are a nonprofit organization, and our operating budget comes from a variety of different sources, including grants and contributions from the public.
Sure.
So anyone at all who's interested in contributing, we would love to hear from you in any variety of ways.
Sure.
So thank you
Yeah, definitely.
for having me.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Well, I'm Rebecca Michael.
I'm Daniel Ratcliffe.
Thank you so much.